Hi ARK fans, welcome to ARK Invest Daily, your daily dose of ARK information. In today's highlight, we have one company completely removed from the ETFs. So stay with me to find out which one. And then there are biggest moves. We are covering a lot of companies from Coinbase to Grayscale Bitcoin and many more. And we are also putting a spotlight on Magna, which has always been part of these ETFs, but today they bought a lot more Magna. It's a Canadian company that manufactures cars. So stay with me to see its trends within our portfolio, and also Teladoc, another one of the biggest moves today. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side with more details on these highlights. Thank you. Welcome back, friends. In ARK summary section, we keep an eye on high-level numbers like market value. We'll quickly go over that. Market value ending in 43.9 billion today, which is slightly up from yesterday, which is good news. 43.62 yesterday. Today it's 43.93 billion. So that's great. Overall trend is still downward. This seems like a silver lining there, but let's see how the rest of the week goes. This is how that 43.93 billion is divided in all the ETFs. They have ARKK being 50, almost 50% of the overall slice of the pie, and then ARKX, Print, and IZRL on towards the lower end. Then in terms of number of companies that they are invested in, today we see one company completely removed. So count going down from 293 to 292. So stay with me to find out which company that is. This is how all the ETFs, this is the count of companies in all the 8 ETFs. Israel, we know last week got a lot of additional companies there. They invested a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money. All of those are very small investment, but into a lot of companies in Israel fund. So if you want to watch that, watch my previous episode where I'm listing all those companies. But anyway, so that was the ARK summary section. Let's go over to the biggest moves quickly. We look at biggest move two ways: one by percentage of shares movement within each company, and the second by market value, because market value could be because of the stock price going up or down. So we look at it two ways. So so we have a threshold of just 1%, just because we want a lot of companies to pop out. There are some companies which already have a lot of shares, so 1% there makes a big difference. But let's quickly look at in terms of percentage of shares first, and then market value. So these are the companies that had at least 1% shares changed. This is their ranking in the 292 companies that they're invested in. So a lot of companies at the lower end of their investment. Insight is the one which is 48 rank. But let's go over it. When I hover over it, you will see more information. So 27% extra shares bought, 88,000 extra shares for Entera Bio, ENTX ticker symbol rank. It's at the tail end of their investments. Present in Israel fund, and the difference that it made was just 0.4 million. So even though it's a big move here, a very insignificant move, a pocket change move for ARK in this case. Magna International, definitely want to go over that. They have always had this in their portfolio, but today they bought a lot of shares, 16% extra, 87,000 extra shares bought. Making a difference of 5.8 million. Not a big difference there, but still we are going to put limelight spotlight on this in just a bit, where we will see much longer trends of how they have been holding on to this company. Then there is Purple Biotech, Cellink, Geometry. I'm going to quickly hover over these so we can get to the spotlights as well. Vascular Biogenics, Verve Therapeutics is the one that I have been highlighting in pretty much all the episodes since past 1 or 2 weeks, because a lot of insiders also bought shares and stake in this company, and ARK has been buying a lot of shares as well. As you can see, the trend of shares going up. Stock price finally going back up to 50 level. Verve, yeah, we covered that. Abra Information Technologies, Finergy, Mediwound, Blade Air Mobility, 5% extra shares all of a sudden as well. Not a big difference in market value though. Grayscale Bitcoin, 4% extra shares there. So they have continued to be very bullish on cryptocurrency, Bitcoins particularly. This is the company that they're allowed to invest in. They are not allowed to invest in Bitcoin directly. This is the company that just follows Bitcoin price generally. Markforged is another 3D printing company that recently got merged with the SPAC. And that SPAC name was one. So that's Markforged for you. Then you have Quantum SI, Conformis, Exo Technologies, Exco Technologies, and then Coinbase, present in 3 ETFs. They continue to buy more and more and more. Stock price continues to plummet from the IPO time when it was 300 plus down to 220 now. Signify Health, again 2% extra shares there. Fate Therapeutics, Unity Software, UiPath, only company present in the 6 ETFs, buying more and more there as well. Evogene, Roku, Zoom, Palantir also 1% additional shares there, making a difference of 10.2 million. And then there are some, even though they bought more shares, it went negative, like Zoom, because the stock price is going down, and then Exco Technologies as well. In terms of negatives, let's take a look at Huya. Oh my God. Again, every day it comes up and they keep on reducing it. It's hardly anything present there. I don't know why they're not just completely getting rid of it. So every day they reduce like 80%, 90% of whatever is remaining. And right now, so if they remove 83%, the difference it made was 0.5 million, but it's a combined effect of stock price also going down. Then you have Charles Schwab, reduced, ABB, Pure Storage, Intuitive Surgical also reduced, Open Door Technologies, Tencent also reduced. They continue to reduce Tencent since quite some time, only company present in 5 ETFs after UiPath. Fatal Holdings, Itamar Medical, KE Holdings, Amazon, they reduced some shares there, 5% today. Wow, okay. Nintendo, again 4% removed, Robo Group 4% removed, JD, Novartis, Batum, Cardex, and then MGI Digital. So that's the biggest move by percentage of shares. Let's change this to 0 and increase market value to say 16 million and see what are the biggest moves by market value quickly. In terms of positive, there is Teladoc. We are putting spotlight on Teladoc as well today. So we'll take a look at the trends of Teladoc in ARK portfolios. Then you have Roku, you have Unity Software, Tesla also finally inching back upward. Then you have Shopify, Fate Therapeutics, DocuSign, UiPath. A lot of it we already went over in the previous chart. Beam Therapeutics as well there. In terms of negative, we have Pure Storage, Tencent we covered, JD, Nintendo, ABBK Holdings. So those were the biggest moves of today. Let's take a look at the ARK portfolio overall. Looks green, but yeah, it's taking into consideration just today's moves, and hence Teladoc is the greenest green, and some small ones are the reddest red, Pure Storage, etc. So net the portfolio is green today, just slightly though, but yes, it is green. Now, in terms of removed companies, there is only one. There is no new company. Only removed company is Galileo Acquisition Corp, which was going to merge with, or I don't know, still going to merge with Shapeways, which is a 3D printing company. So they completely removed it, even though they are very bullish on some of the 3D printing companies. So that's the removed company. Let's take a look at the spotlight now quickly. We are going to put spotlight on 2 of the companies. So let's get started. There is shares trend count, there is stock price trend, and then there is market value trend. Share count trend. Let's select the 2 companies that we are interested in. Teladoc is one, and then the second one is, which one was the second one? Magna International, the car manufacturing Canadian company there. So let's slice it by companies. Those are the 2. One at the very bottom, one at the top in terms of, yeah, very different companies. Obviously, Teladoc, if you put anything next to Teladoc, which is number 2 company in their portfolio, the other one will be at the bottom. So for Teladoc, they have, let's also increase the date range to the time since I've been collecting data. Right, so well, it could be better if we look at it one at a time, because otherwise you don't see that you don't see those ups and downs that are happening in the chart. So let's quickly let's remove Magna for now. Look at only Teladoc first. Okay, so in Teladoc, they started the year or towards the end of January, it was some 9 million shares that they owned, and they kept on buying as the stock price continued to go down. Right now they are at 14.3 million shares. There were some times when they reduced it a little bit, but right now they're sitting on 14.3 million from 9 million. So it's not exactly double, but yeah, good 70% increase in the number of shares. It's number 2 in their rankings. Market value is started with 2.58 billion, ending in 2.17, even after buying so many extra shares. So that's what tells me that they are super bullish on it. No matter how much it has gone down, it has gone down quite a bit. As you can see, almost half, from 286. It went all the way near 300, and now it is 150. So let's see what's the bottom most is 132. My goodness, and they continue to buy more and more. And in terms of ranking, many of you have seen this chart. It is a pretty funny chart. As if you click on one company, then you'll see its ranking among all the rankings, all the companies' rankings that they're invested in. Teladoc consistently number 2, sometimes number 3 for a few days in between, but remaining a number 2 investment right after Tesla there. So that's Teladoc. Let's also see in which ETFs it is present quickly. It's present in 4 ETFs. ARKK being the one where they're most bullish. That's the case generally with all the companies in ARK's portfolio, that they invest a lot in a company in ARKK, which is innovative fund, and then pretty stable in others. And this is the investment level there. So that's Teladoc. Let's go back to Magna for a second. Magna International. All right, so since we see a big jump today, 16% extra shares bought today. They started the year with 0.6 million, went all the way to 0.8 million shares, and then kept on decreasing it and taking the profit. So completely different story from Teladoc. So in this case, they had a lot of shares and they continue to remove as the stock price continued to go up. Stock price was 73.8 in the towards January end of this year, going all the way up to 103, and right now it is 82. And they reduced a big pile on 6/8 pretty much. You can see those are the 2 data points there. And today, all of a sudden bought more, and the stock price has plummeted, and that's why they're buying more. Looks like taking the dips, buying the dips there. And let's see in terms of ranking where it has been. So in the portfolio of 293 companies now, in January they were at around 126 rank, went all the way up to 107 at one point, and down to 119 at this point. So yeah, that's even after reducing a lot of shares in between, they've maintained its ranking somehow. So that's great. So that's Magna. Quickly, let's see it, slice it by ETFs as well, just to see only present in one ETF, which is ARKQ. Yeah, so that's Magna, Canadian car manufacturing company for you. It's expected that they'll be announcing results soon, and it's going to come out to be very positive. Is the expectation, is what I read. But yeah, let's see how it goes, how rest of the week goes for ARK2. So that was your daily dose, guys. Please like and subscribe because that helps me with the YouTube algorithms. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.